Hi everyone! I hope you're all having a great week. This week marks the 1-year anniversary of my YouTube channel. And I'm really excited that I've made it to this point. So last year in 2021, January 20th, I posted my very first YouTube video. So my goal last year was to post one video every week for a whole entire year. It doesn't sound like a whole lot, but when you don't have a lot of video editing skills and most of your skills are really in painting and creating and all the technology stuff was kind of scary. There were times where, I won't lie, I was crying trying to get those videos out every week. But at one point I really got my stride and I was able to get faster at my video editing. I picked up some tricks, some new skills, and learned how to use my video editing software better. But it's still not the part I enjoy the most. I don't mind video editing so much. It's interesting to learn it, and it's a wonderful tool to have to do something like this. I am super thankful I made it through this year. And I am especially thankful for everything I learned because I have learned a ton. And here I am a year later, 1-year anniversary of posting videos, and I really achieved my goal. I achieved my goal of posting one video every week. So I'm super happy about that, and I'm excited for the year ahead. So what's ahead in 2022? Well, first and foremost, I want to rebuild my website. I used to have an art website that I let go for career purposes in the past so that I could return to my career as a therapist. But now my career focus is really my art, and I want to be a teacher. I want to teach as many people as I can how to use art to work through the pressures of life and how to use art to relax and release stress. I guess that's the therapist side of me that wants to come out and play. So this year I'm building my website, and on that website I'm going to have some of the artwork that I have for sale, but I also want to have some online courses that I will post on there as well. And I'm going to be going way deep into my creative process, and I'm going to show you each and every step of what I do when I create a painting, and we will complete projects together. So I'm excited about that, and I hope you'll want to join me for that journey as well. So it's time for me to stop chatting, and now I'm going to give you a little tour of my studio. So this is the desk where I work and film all of my videos. My husband and I built that little stand for my overhead lights because I really needed to improve my lighting. I'll walk back a little bit just so I can show you that wall. That's where I keep all of my art supplies, or not all of my art supplies, but a lot of my art supplies, the ones that I need the most and want to keep closest at hand when I'm working. I really love that setup with the pegboard on the wall. It makes for an easy way to grab the tools that I need when I'm working. So this is where I do a lot of my paper cutting, and when I'm working on building or making journals, this is where I cut my paper. This little gadget here is actually from my camera stand, and I was able to find a hook that I could place on my pegboard so that I can hook my camera, my phone, onto the clamp, and then I can film overhead all of my painting. So that's pretty cool. I really like that. In this corner here, right next to my desk, I have my easel, and I do work at my easel a lot, especially when I'm not filming, because it's easier for me to work there when I'm not filming. I have a shelf next to it where I keep some canvases and extra supplies. In this corner here, I've got a bunch of canvases on the floor that I'm going to reuse because I do like to recycle and reuse whenever I can. So when I've got a painting that I'm not too happy about, such as the ones that are on the floor there, I will paint over them and create something that I like better.
On this shelf I have some of my previous paintings from the past year and some of the journals I've created, and then a bookshelf that my husband and I built. I think we built it last year or the year before. You'll notice on the bottom right corner that I have a box of recycled paper because I do a lot of collage work. I like to do a lot of textured work, and so I keep a lot of stuff that we get when we get a package in the mail, or if I'm done with a package of paper, I keep a lot of that stuff so that I can reuse it. I have an armoire in there. I have a lot of supplies, and stuff that I don't use quite as often, but that I still like to have on hand, and some plants. I really like my studio. It's very bright, and I love having my paintings around me so I can continue to be inspired.
So in the middle of my studio, I have these sort of workbenches that I got from Home Depot, and my husband and I put them together. They were very easy to assemble, and when I put them together, they created this big, large, square surface that I can work on when I'm working on large paintings, especially fluid paintings. It's easier to work on a large surface like that I covered with some plastic. I have shelving on there that I can keep my art supplies on, and it's just an awesome surface where I can do a lot of work standing up, and I love to be able to do that. So my studio really affords me the space and comfort to move around and create in many different ways, and I just love my space. So there we have it. This is the place where I work and where I spend, I would say, most of my time during the week. It's a place that really is very special to me. I feel very thankful and fortunate to have this space, and I am very thankful to my husband who helped me make this space what it is. Thank you for joining me on this little studio visit, and next week I'll be back with some new videos. And enjoy the rest of your week, and I'll look forward to you joining me next week. Take care. Oh, and happy creating!